I gotta take a shower. I'm gonna be back. Is this cat upside down? Are you upside down? You love me? Be back in a minute. Whoop, you wanna go up here? Okay, go. don't I have it for? Give me 5 answers. I'm 23 years old and I don't have a girlfriend. How come I chose to be this way? Give me 5 answers. I have a $25 bottle here. You know, that same stuff I keep bringing all the time. I can take that if you want. Okay, here I come. Here I come, here I come. Here I come, here I come. Cat's on the floor. I'm going to be there in a minute. There you go. We're just about ready to start. Okay, I put up a whole bunch of numbers, and obviously they didn't come out exactly the way I wanted them to show up. Right, so I'm going to just show you what I'm doing, and then I'm going to show you how I do it. And since I put up all these numbers, okay, here we go. Camera might do that. Camera might just shut off like that. Something's probably wrong with the wires. I'm just going to show you what I came here actually to do. And there's always something I want to talk about. One of the things I want to talk about is perhaps one of the most important reasons why I'm here is because it makes me feel good when I share, even though I don't do my videos perfect, even though I'm a little mixed up sometimes, I get lost, it's irrelevant. I come out here, and if only AI was out here, and I picked this up and I said to AI, talk to AI for 1 hour. Hi, Tammy. And I talked to AI for 1 hour, and all I talk about is Rubik's Cube, but it doesn't go any further than that. And then I pick up a dice cube, and it doesn't go any further than that. And then I pick up a deck of cards, and it goes no further than that. And then I say, hey, look, there's 13 cards per suit. Well, who's in pursuit? Is someone in pursuit? Someone wearing a suit? Oh, how sweet it is. Maybe we're getting a hotel motel room. How many stories is a hotel? How many stories is a motel? I don't know. How long can I sit there during the day, and who's telling me the story? The deck of cards is pretty simple. They have a card. Everybody calls it a jack, and all I see is a J. Call it 10, but it's the 11th card in the deck if the ace is starting first. So each one of these words I speak is an equation. And every one of these numbers, right? Every one of these numbers, number 10, there's 5 up and 5 down. The word 10 is number 39, and that's in the basic alphabet of A1Z26. Imagine our alphabet, right, ends on 2 and 6. That's 8. If I take this cube, I only can do 8, but I have 9 because it's 8 around 1. The 5th position, 8 around 1, there's a 9 total. I can start this at 9 and all of this of 1 through 8. That would be 36, and 9 is 45. Or I start this one from 1 and I go all the way around and count, and I have 44 plus 1. Just a Rubik's Cube. All the corners, according to the ATM, the calculator, the placement of the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me go over here. This setup over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then these 3 areas at the bottom, right, is 10, 11, and 12. But 10, 11, and 12 is 1, 2, 3 again. So when we do that, if I had to drag this one down to the 4th one over here, the angle would now break the 45-degree angle, and it would be more in one area than it would in another area. It wouldn't be running from dot to dot. And running from dot to dot as a builder's code is running from corner to corner or measuring each corner and creating a space. Now, if you're going to create and have to measure to an area space in the center, you have to make more measurements. And measuring, you might cut an area space in half by making it not as perfect. One whole area, right? 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4. All of these can be split on one angle at a 45-degree angle and have 2 perfect triangles, right? And it's funny about those 2 perfect triangles. You have 3 and 3. Now imagine if I had 3 here and 3 here, and I connected it with that, like right in between. Boom. Look at that. I connected, whoop. I connected the bottom with the top. There is no card in the center. Is there a possibility that there's a card that goes over the face that connects below and above? I don't know. I'm just talking about certain situations. I'm not really sure where I was going with this. I wasn't thinking of this. And then, you know what? I turn this side of Rubik's Cube, right? Well, this one can stay here, but I can turn this face, you know. Then I can turn the other face. So what I would mention before is that this is the 8 that goes around the 1 in the center. I did this in a prior video. There's one object in the center. This is 8 that goes around. You don't see the spindle. There's a 6 in the center, a 6 spindle in the center of this area here with 8 that goes around. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 8 and 6, created by this area in the center. 24 is the cat. 42 is 5. 42 is 9. 5 and 9, remember those numbers. We switch. It's a switch with 5 and 9. So now we have the deck of cards. Now we have the deck of cards. When you add them up, it equals to 91, or 13 times 7. The average is 7. There are 13 cards per suit. The alphabet is 13 for the first part of the alphabet and 13 for the second part of the alphabet. The number of dots that you will count, okay, when you reach the 10. Now, 1 plus 0 equals to 1, but you will get 55. 55 when you reach 10. You flip over to the other side of the coin. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So you flip the coin over. The game of roulette shows us that the 1 is red. The 19, 1 plus 9, is red. The 10 is black and the 28 is black, telling me 1 goes from red, black, red, black, red, black. Now, how do we create 2? How do we create 8? How do we create 4? How do we create 6? I need to write this down. Two, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. I'm not happy I don't have the pen I want. Okay, I was talking about the deck of cards, the dots, and when you count ace, okay, ace over to 9, right? When you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you get a total of 45. You get a total of 45. 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 4 plus 5 plus 6, 7 plus 8 plus 9 equals to 45. It equals to 45. I'm going to show you this in a minute. Now, once you put it to 10, it equals to 55, but we're now going to minus the ace, equals to 54. The reason I'm doing this is because I cannot hold more than 9. I can't hold 9. Once I hold more than 9, I got both ends of the stick. Okay. In fact, I'm not even allowed to hold more than I have in one hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 5 come together. Create 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one that joins it all together. So that is just one of the equations. Nothing is concrete. The other reason I do this, okay, and there's many ways to do this, is one of the reasons is because it gets turned over. The other reason is the reason for how the dice works, that I can count 3, 1, 2, 3, but the minute I want to go to the fourth side after getting to number 3, it's a 180-degree move. Another thing is when the dice sits like this, I see 5 of 6 sides. So a lot of times we're going to lose one side because it's sitting down. I see 4 around, 1 up, and 1 down. Even with this dice cube, there are 9 per face, just like with the telephone. But you'll never see more than 5. If we drilled holes on every single side, you'll never see more than 5 unless you go over here. And this one's going to show you 7 of 9. So the only one that'll be 7 of 9, these two over here. 7 of 9, 7 and 7, the Wizard of Oz. 2, 4, 6, 8, who do we appreciate? Well, you know what? Are we breaking down Neptune or are we building up Venus? Is Mars splitting apart? Because if we split apart Mars, we get double Venus. If we multiply Mars by 1.5, we get 6 Earth. If we multiply Mars by 2, we get 8 Neptune. It just so happens that Pluto and Neptune, okay, Pluto and Neptune, 9 and 8, the 9th letter and the 8th letter, they're joined together. So the cat is number 24. The dog is 26. Man is 28. The cycle of the moon is 28. Is that 88 or are there 8 2s in a row? 64 is Zion, Israel, where the divider of all of this, for some reason, happens to be an odd number 5. Is 5 odd or even? It all depends. Okay, there's some math stuff I'm going to show you after. Is everything part of Neptune? Meaning, let's break down Neptune. Neptune and 8 and 6, well, that divides the gate. Here, I was showing you something before. If you want to count, okay, just 1 second. Let me see if I can just take this. Well, not you. If you want to count, just give me a second. Just give me a second over here. Come on, I got to do a little work. Okay, now I'm a little lost in my place. What did I want to count now? What was I talking about? Yeah, if you want to, let's go. That's Neptune, right? Okay, now I remember, right? So this is what it is. I don't like these pens. I'm going to just take this box over here. All right, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to get out a little bit of a color over here. All right, I'm going to get out some color and do that. Right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see if we can get out a little bit more color. That's not good color. I need some color. There you go. So we're going to bring out this color. And we join these two together. So it looks like two L's, right? So you have these two L's together. But the thing is, right, this is the bottom part. This is the top part. 1 and 9 are separate from each other. When you're doing numbers, 1 and 9 play a different role. And the reason for that is 9/11. Just to note that the word 11 the word 11 equals 63. And 9 equals 42. This is going to end up doing this, and this one's going to end up doing this on levels, on different levels. This is the house of bait when a big red sun. This one's going to be the orange sun. So we have a yellow missing in one of them. Maybe the soul is missing. Dividing gates of the cat communication. So what happens in 9 is I'm going to do this. And what happens in 11, I'm going to do this. And the reason I'm doing it is only because of that. I connected 3 and 8, 11, 2 and 9, 11, 6 and 5, 11, 4 and 7, 11. And in the 9, right, I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In this one, 1 and 8, 9, 2 and 7, 9, 4 and 5, 9, 3 and 6, 9. In this one, I did. Yeah. So that what happens. And then if you look, it shows me X1, 9, 11, and it's split in the center. So is this split telling me about my peace sign? I'm not going to get into that yet. They do show the same star. There are multiple stars inside of this. There are multiple ways to understand how this works, what the connections are. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 plus 4 is 6. Just coincidences. 6 and 8 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. That goes over here, but this remains 6. 4 and 3 is 7. 7 and 6 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 1 and 6 is 7. 4 and 9 is 13. And now when we add this, right? So what we get is 7, 7, 7, 13, 13, 13. You want to look at that as 20, 20, 20. Maybe we're going to call it the hockey game, the 3 periods of the hockey game, the first period, the second period, the third period. Or perhaps it's the first period, the second period, and the third period. Perhaps winning the best out of 7, one of the reasons perhaps winning the best out of 7 is to understand your star selection. And your star selection happens to just show up here. The difference between this star and this star is this arm over here. Is this arm over here is in this direction, and this arm is in this direction. And this star over here, right, I have both arms in both directions. And the difference between this one and this one is here I have the crossing bar here, right? And in this one, it has the crossing bar here. So these are my 4 stars, and then my 5th star is right over here. These are all 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, 4, 8. 4 directions, or 3 directions of 8. Verticals, horizontals, etc. Here I have all 4 of 8. My Pluto is my controller to my star system, the house of 8. This will be dividing up my night and day, my area space. This is going to connect in with it, which is 99. Something to do, I'm not going to put my head on the line, something to do with the moon and the red sun. Red being 27. Area space, and the word teen. The mathematics, okay, you're going to turn this piece into thirds, which is then going to refer to as this over here, number 33. Mars is an area space. I like to call 22, 2 by 2, 3 by 3. This one will be Mars, and this one will be Earth. Over here together, they're 55, but we're talking about the deck of cards. And what happens, since I can't put these two together, since 9 is separated from 1, right? Because I said I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and stop, not count to 10 because it turns everything over. So I count back. I'm going to just shut the door. Just give me a second to shut the door. Okay, I shut the door. Oh yeah, that haircut is strong. So what we have now is we have 2 different places, minimum and maximum. Well, the A in maximum is actually in the lesser numbers, and the word with minimum is actually in the higher numbers and showing me 2 I letters instead of a split. The maximum is a split because it's M-A-X-I, so it's axi. A, X, and I. And when you have an X and an I next to it, well, that's a Roman numeral right away. You have a D, that's a Roman numeral. You have an M, that's a Roman numeral. So we got to understand also Roman numerals and contrary Roman numerals and different Roman numerals, understanding that we have Chaldean, that we have the movement of our alphabet, which means we're only giving the skeleton. We have to recreate, and that's what I did in one part of here in the multiplier at the top, right? One of the what was it over there? Anyways, that didn't come out good. Where was I with this? So I showed you the star system. I show you why AI. Yeah, I just want to finish with this piece. Yeah, okay. So let me also show you this. So what happens, right, is we're going to count 5 and then 4, 3, 2, and then 1. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go 9 and then 8, 7, 6, and then 5. And these two connect together and these two connect together. Okay. And you know what's funny about that is that everything to do with number 10 is over here. Rotas Sator Opera Arpo. Check that out. What it does, right? Per. 7310, 5510, 6410. 2, 5, 10, 15 here is going to give me number 19. We're heading to the golden moon. All right, here's number 19. Here's my 55. All these actuate and create number 1. So all these are going to play only in the house of 1 because I do not use the 1 in 911. See, the 1 is not used here. Call that the dot on the I. And here's your inverted I. So is it possible 1 and 9 are inverted to each other? Also note that the 9 has a 1 dot. The 9 has a 1 dot in the 5 position. The 9 areas has a 1 dot in the 5 position. You notice if I was playing the game of pool, I brought the A through I, 1 through 9 together. Noted that the 9 ball and the 8 ball, this is black and yellow. So you can either have, in the game of pool, you can either have the 1 ball or the 9 ball, but you don't have both. So the game stops actually at 7, where the 8 ball is the end of that sequence by seeking in the 8 ball. So why do we need the black? Why do we need the black 8, right? First of all, that part of the name of Jesus is right under here. 8 equals to 49. We're putting the ring on the pole. Notice that the hole in the ring is going to be part of understanding what that's about. Going in between that is 3.5 and 3.5, crisscrossing through the center area. Also note that I cannot put a pen inside of here. So when this turns, if my pen is in front of it, behind it, or right through it, or is it an extension? Just like we have to understand how the center of this Rubik's Cube works. 26 plus 1 area. Today we talk about the 1 area in the center. My sister's birthday, 5/27. So we did this, so either we're working with this and this. We always say it's the earth vibration, right? So we're going to go like that, right? 432, earth vibration between 1 and 5. And now we're out of here. We're at 28 to the cycle of the moon of Zion, Israel. 64 turns into working with the moon. 19, 29, 39, 49, 19, 38, 57, 76. We're not going to use this one or this one or this one or this one or this one. By the way, imagine this is the S and I put a ball over here and I put a ball over here. When the air rises in the ball, it lifts this up. It gets cold and it pushes this as it pushes this up. As it pushes this one up, it pushes this one down. When it pushes this one down, this one gets hot, this one gets cold. When this one gets cold and this one gets hot, what happens? How does it go back up? Is that possible? Anyways, just something was wrapped in my mind about that. Where was I with this? With this piece over here. So if I brought this piece over to this piece, okay, if I brought this piece over to this piece, I would encompass 5. On my low side, I would have 10. On my high side, I would have 30. My low side, what is my low side and my high side? 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 10. 6, 7, 8, 9 equals 30. Now, we have a separation in here as well for row. 3 connects to 4. So should we not do 6 and 4 equals to 10? And then what do we do over here? Do we keep it all separate? Or do we add on the 5? We can't go to the 6. So now we're going to end up with 10 plus 5 equals to 15. So how would we do it? Would we do it this way? 987 equals to 24 plus 6 equals to 30. 30 plus the 5, and now we have 50. Although it's not 50, it's 45 because we overlap. So do you want to bring it down by 2 and up? Make this 33, make this 17. Now we have the gateway and the creation of the, right? Now there's another way to do this, and that's this way. See what I did over here? I just made a heart. I made a big old heart. See that? It's a heart. You want to just, turn it into a heart, right? So we can do the other side now, right? Should I do the dark side? Let me see if I can do a dark side. Oh, yeah, let's just do this. Let's call this a station, right? Let's call this a station, a star station in the center. Then when we make this bigger, we can make portals and doors in here, but right now we're working on low scale. What we're going to do is we're going to connect another 3 areas here. So I connected here and here onto here. And then we had what looks like this. Although I connected this just on the bottom here and this on the top here, it becomes a cube altogether. So what's happening in the dimensions, okay, of this piece of artwork? What are you actually seeing? Is it the first camera that we saw? We put a negative at the other end. Is it really a cube? Is it 2 hearts connected to a main hub? The reality, when you take a good look at this, there are actually 3 areas that were not filled. So now if you put a little bit more dimension into this, oh, that's not, hold on a second. That's not what I wanted to do. So now that we do this, how many more? 1, 2, 3. We get 4 corners. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3, 6, and we get 12. 12 and 4 inside. That's going to connect to purple. That's going to connect to purple. I don't know why I'm frozen now. Okay, that's going to connect to purple and pull the 16 ball, which is not in the game. Where I'm just trying to figure out where I was putting my numbers. The 12 ball is purple and the 4 ball is purple. 4 and 3, House of DC. When you see 12, this is going to change. When you see 412, right, it's now going to be 4-5. This is going to be the stripe. If you see the 13 ball, right, the 5 and the 13, let's call that the sun, the divided sun. It's the orange ball. It goes along with Pluto, the color orange. But the 13, right, becomes this 13 over here, 5 and 13. Let me see where I wrote the other one. Okay, 13 ball, and this is the ball. It's gonna end up turning in the 5 and the 4, where the 4, sorry, we're not going to do that. We're going to go 5, 4. This one over here, we're going to do, hold on a second. What ball was that? The 12. Okay, it's also going to be 3, okay, to a single digit. But over here, it's going to be 5, 7. The 13, the 6 and 14 ball born on day 6, right? This is going to be rotation over here. And just by coincidence, right, the 6 days of creation with 14, right, with the multiply it equals to 84 and 20. And this number over here is your communication, 104. That's your bunny rabbit communication. And also connects to Pluto. All our Pluto divides the day and the night. It's part of the 20 minutes of the hockey game. We also have to understand the star system. You need to win 4 games in a 7-game series, right? Here's your 4 over here, all in one. These are your 4 all in one. This is your complete star. The star over here, if you add all these numbers together, it's going to equal to 45. But at the end of the whole deal, it equals to 666 when you add them up right. Just like when you add the cards up, right? If I add all the cards up, it equals to 45, just not the 9 for the 9. But this is only one suit. There are 4 suits, and in the 4 suits, all I get is 180 in the 4 suits. If I add 1 through 9 in 4 suits, I only get 180. That means that's only half. Just like a dice cube over here, we should have half, and we should have half because of the offense and the defense. Right? What game are you playing with offense and defense? Is it played by the clock? When we have offense and defense, how would we divide up this cube? When we split it in half this way, would I just split it in half this way? Would I split it in 3 sections? Who do we have to be in order to play the game? How many cubes do we play with? Right? We always play with either 1 or 2, and the opponent comes, they should bring their own dice. Your dice and my dice. 1 dice, 2 dice, and 1 dice for the game, for the multiplier. Remember, the word multiplier also goes along with this word over here, right? And then I'm going to put a star to it, and I'm going to put 19 or 10. 119 or 10. It's the S letter. It's a plural. It talks about the multiple dimensions between A and I. 19 is also on the second side of 180 degrees. So we have to know where the other 18 is. The other 18 starts at 19, but there's another 18. There's the first 18 and the last 18, right? There's 18 here, there's 18 here, there's 1 here, right? So it's 18 and 1 and 18 and 1, although it's not, it's 36 plus 1 is 37 or 38. And now in roulette, they show the same thing, the 0 or the 00. How did I get these numbers to be what they were? I like to call it star math. And if I have a number 12, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 2 and 3. Right away, it's telling me it's purple. It's communication. Way it broke down 2 and 3. When it breaks down to 2 and 3 equals to 5. This is telling me about the letter E, the letter V, the reverse of the letter. It's telling me that this is B and C, B, C, E, V. B, C, I can use it and say it's CB codes. So I can maybe say if it's CB codes, it's a 10 code. And now look at all the things with number 10. Number 10 is a 10 code, and it flips over to the next side, right? The minute you get the 10 code, it flips over to the next side. And at the same time, once you get the 4, you've gone to the next level. It's 1, 2, 3, and the next level. And then you do it again, but it doesn't seem to work out that way in numbers. It works a little bit differently. Let me show you. In leap year, you go 1, 2, 3, and here's a leap. And then you go 1, 2, 3, and here's a leap. Or you do the leap, and then you go 1, 2, 3, whichever way it is. But numbers, right? In numbers, it's 1, 2, 3. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 4, 7, 10. Look what happens in numbers. Here's number 1, and here's number 1. 13, 16, 19, 22. So I flipped over because 1 plus 0 is 1. And I flipped over again here. 25, 28, 31, 34. Here's a 2 and 8 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. I flipped over here. And here's the 34. Roulette ends on 36. But if I had to do it again, I would have started over. What happened is we're over here. So we flip over once. We flip over twice. We flip over 3 times. And then if I come to the 4th section, the game is over because every time you go to number 4, everything starts over on 1. So it's a complete flip at 36 over here. This one is a complete flip. When you go, I can do the same thing. 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26, 29, 32, 35, right? And then if I did the same thing here, here would be my flip. Um, and then this is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. So we would have the flip here, we would have the flip here, 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 and over here. In each and every one of these rows. So we'd have 3, 6, 9, 12 flips. Let me see. Hold on a second. No, this is not a flip. Sorry. 3, 6, 9. I have 12 flips. And now we run the zodiac by 12, right? My next flip is the completion of the 360. The minute we get here, we do our last flip, and then we complete the flip on the other side. It's 3 and then 1, and we flip. But in this here, when we change the numbers back and forth here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 is over here. Now, should I start 1 over here, level 2? I don't know. But when I do it this way, right, the first one, the second one, the third one, we flipped. The first one, the second one, the third one, we flip. You see here, I'm flipping every third one. I do 1, 2, flip, 1, 2, flip. So I'm doing 3 on one, I'm doing 4 on the other. Earth and Mars come together again in the explanation of this. And also to note, what I do is every time is a flip. If I count these all together, right? What happens if I counted these all together? But, you know, they show us dozens, that we should work in dozens. One of the reasons I believe they work in dozens, yeah, actual zodiac is 13. So the 0 and the double 0 that they use in roulette gives us the chance to flip over one more time. But if you really want to look also at the zodiac, the 13th sign is it a full 13 signs? Because the 13th sign can actually be bringing us forward in time, meaning that sign number 1 and sign number 13 are the same ones when you count. So is there an actual area space? Show me somewhere in our space in our zodiac that shows the 13 sign that it gets its full formation of its 28 days or whatever the amount of days it gets. If not, there's something wrong and we're not moving forward in time. Either we're squishing 13 into 12. I don't have a calculator right now. Divide 13 into 12. 13 cycles into 12. Let me see this, what it gives me. 13 cycles. 13 divided by 12. No, it's not that. 12 divided by 13. It gives me 0.92. Gives me 0.92. So if we needed 13 signs, I would be running at 92% or 93%. First of all, in the word time is part of the word to Jesus. In the word time, it talks about the moon in number 13. It talks about alternate current. In fact, in time, when M and E come together, it talks 513. So it's talking about division. It's talking about the sun. It's talking about the cube, matter and energy. I graduated in 1992. I wonder if I can write a song about that. Let me see. Create a song here. Let me see if I can create a song. Just give me a minute. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Put on the sound a little bit and see what happens. Boy, is this going to happen here? I think I got something else I wanted to show you. Okay, very good. I think I lost. Okay, are we still here? I lost something on my camera. Oh no, it's here. Just give me a second. I think my sound is off.
Funny, 1992 graduation. Let's never forget that special celebration. We danced under the moonlight all night long, singing our favorite songs, so strong. Hanging out with friends, making memories, chasing dreams. We felt so free. From Friday night parties to Monday morning blues, we had each other, we never could lose. Tell me, those years were golden. We laughed and we cried, our hearts were open, driving down the back roads. Windows rolled down, all the worries in the world. We laughed in the Tell me. Tell me, 1992 graduation. Let's never forget that special celebration. We danced under the moonlight all night long, singing our favorite song so strong. Hanging out with friends, making memories, chasing dreams. We felt so free from Friday night parties to Monday morning blues. We had each other, we never could lose. Tell me, those years were golden. We laughed and we cried, our hearts were open, driving.
Okay, there you go. So you got the song there. So that is Suno. Okay, you can get that link and you can write your own songs. This one I didn't write on my own. I did write a couple of other ones that were really cool. Let's see what it says. Okay, those are the thanks. Purdy paintbrushes. So where were we in this whole thing? Yeah, so let me, you know what? I'm going to get a couple of nuts. I'm going to take a 2-minute break, warm up some water, and just come back in a minute. Okay, let's do this math. Eating my brains out. Four, 4, 4. Five, 1 and 4, 5, 2 and 3, 5, 3 and 2, 5. Just a note, when you look at the roulette board, here is number 14. Here is number 23. And as I mentioned before, right? As I mentioned before, we're here through the 7th gate, the divided 7th gate. It divides here at 3 at the bottom, between the 2 and 4, the cat, 9 lives of the cat, right? 24 hours a day, 4 by 3 by 2. 4 times 3 is 12, by 2 is 24, plus 9 equals to 33. So we want to know about our creation. We have to understand where everything goes. We have to understand the positions. Over here, we end up with 8, 7, and 6 equals to 21. Here we have 56 times 6. I think it's 336. 7 times 6, 42 times 8. It's 320, 336. 28 days times 12. 33 to the Christ born on the 6th day of creation. 336 and 21, 357. Born under the gun, born inside the creation of the moon. 171, born inside the gate. What's going to happen in this? Okay, I'm trying to remember why I said all this. Okay, 33 is going to give me my rotation, born on the 6th day. Oh, 537, right? Like the 357 Magnum, right? Or 3 times 57 is 171. Born in the Mars gate in Phi, GH, PH, F, 1515. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 8 and 7. October, add up 1 to 12 equals to 78. October equals to 78. When you say the word 12, it equals to 87. This is going to continue to work. And 8 times 7 is going to become 56 and 15 equaling back to 71. Each side is going to say 88 at the end. This is going to be 8 and this is going to be 8. If you want to look at it that way, Q, H, and Z, if you look at the ATM, you're going to see at the ATM, the Q and the Z are together on the ATM. When you put the Q 17 with the Z 26, you're going to end up with either blue DC, right? Or you're going to end up with 88, or you're going to get red. This will be ancient. This will be new. The reason for this, adding up Pythagorean to the single digit. Area 1 alpha, area 2 beta. Binary code tells me, binary code 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, etc. All zeros. But there's more on each level. And 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th level, it shows me the gateway, 7 and 8, right over here. Not the first one, not the second one, not the third one, but the 4th and 5th. And I know that 5, 4 is in the sun. I know this is the 10 creation, the connection between 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, in which is going to intertwine to show you about your 9/11, right? When you choose 6 over here and 6 over here, it's not with this star, the 6. If you choose 5 over here, it's with both stars. If you choose 2, if you choose 8, not if you choose 9. Each one of these, right? Each one of these are used twice. Look, there's nothing in the center. We have to understand that the heart of this one is 5.5. 6 minus
Yes, and the heart of this one is 4.5. Wow, Freedom Fox 91, the Spirit 45, 55. 55 for Freedom 55. It's a Sky Pass 55, 55, 55, 110. Don't drive faster than then 55, and then 110. The towers came down, and Building 7 wasn't too far after. So we saw what happened with this. You see what I did here? You remember the L? Well, here I did 2 V's or 2 hearts. And when you do this, you leave open 3 areas, and it's showing me that right here. If the dolphin had to come play, right? Or do I put a block here, so we lock it in? Do we lock these? See this piece in the center? This is locking in these 2 areas. This is really on the outside. So there's 3 areas really on the outside. Here, we're inside the, what do you want to call it? The around the picture frame. So we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, I said that 3, 6, 9, 12, and 4. So we have 16 outside the picture frame, right? Is that what it is? So we have a 16 total, and we have 9 on the inside. So we have P and we have I. Is that our pi? And now we can move inside. Can we move inside the picture frame? Move the 9 here, move the 9 here, move the 9 here, move the 9 here. Right? Moving myself all the way around. So let me finish the addition. Now we're gonna add up all the 1 and 5, 6, 2 and 4, 6. Oh, I wanted to show you this, right? That we go from here, we go to here, we go to here, and we go to here, and we go to, did I get, yeah, we go here, we go here, no, sorry, we go up to here, we go here. So we create a hexagon over here. So what actually happened here between 14 and 23, my 5, is the cube sets in. It's the division of all the numbers. This one and this one are both red. This is being told to us inside the game of roulette. I go outside here because they're red. I only put the Y in where everything divides up inside, and these 2 are black. So I play them over each other like that. And there's a little passage in between the cube looking like it's going that way, in between 17 and 20. So when we keep adding up the numbers, number 7, 1 and 6, 7, 2 and 5, 7, 3 and 4, 7, right? In the third area of numbers, right? The cube, right? That total gives me, hold on, number 7 gives me a total of 82. Number 8, we can look at number 8 now. Here's 8, 1 and 7, 8, 2 and 6, 8. And you notice we put that on the ATM, right? End up to be DC, CD, DC, hot and cold, red and blue. That's what hot and cold is. So when you add up all the 26, 17, and all the 8s, right? You add up all the 8s and it becomes 86. When you add up 9, 18, 27, and 36, right? Comes out to 90. When you add up this row, this row, this row, it equals to 222, 222, 222. If you add up all the rows, then it becomes 222. And then it becomes 888 from 666, only because you're counting 74 times 4, okay, equals 6, equals 336. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times, 296. No, I made a mistake here. Whoop. Why did I put that down? 4 by 7, 280, and 16, 296. I guess they were okay. 296. When I said number 74, JESUS, 10, 05, 19, 21, 19. 1 plus 0 equals 1. 5 plus 0 equals 5. Starts with the number to Mars, right? 1 plus 9 equals to 10. 2 plus 1 equals to 3. 1 plus 9 equals to 10. Right? 1 plus 6 and 10 is 16, 17, 18, 19, 29, 74, 29, 1, 5, 1, 3, 1, 11. Now we add this up. The end result is 2. Second planet is Venus. If I add them all up together, it's 114. I'm not really sure what it does. 114 other than 2 moons, 57 and 57 equals 114. And when you break this down to a single digit, it becomes 15, or the quarter houses of Mars, the vibration of Mars. I think we have most of that covered, right? So what happens is now we're going to do all our stars. We're going to get a star this way, and we're going to have a star that way, and we're going to have a star this way, and we're going to have a star that way. So we do the 4 stars. So each one of them will be 666, 666, 666. And then you're going to have one star, right? That's going to be 888. And in all these stars, what we have to remember, okay, is that when we have here, we have 296 in the 8 star, right? And in this star over here, we use number 74 3 times, right? This one, we're going to have to add it on. We need to use it once. So it's going to be not 296, and then we're going to go like that. And that's going to be 370. This one over here, where we use 666, but we use 74 3 times. So we're going to go 210. We're going to go 222. So we'll remove 222 from the 666. And we're going to end up with 444. Imagine we do that with 4 of the stars. 4 times 444 equals 1776. Now, of course, we have to add on to the 444. To the 444, right? This is, what day is it today? I'm going to do it May 24th, 2024. So over here, we're going to add on a 74, right? Because we need at least one of them to tie everything together. We end up with 8. We end up with 1. Look at that. We got the heavens of Mars. Ra, and the heavens of Mars. Did you know the word Egypt, right, was 57772? The bookends to the heart, to the bunny bear rabbit, to communication, to the CB codes is Egypt. 364 into the gateway. 28 times 13. 91 times, let me get that, times 4. 13 times 7. 13 times 7 is 91. 91 times 4 is 364. 13 by 28 is 364. Creation in Zion, Israel. The end result here is going to be 192. The AT system, the IT system. So in each one of these, now we're going to move these. I want to move all of these, but I think I'm going to leave it to another video. I've been here for an hour and a half, or I'm not really sure if I should continue on, but I want to move all these numbers. And the way to move these numbers is in this fashion over here. What you got to do is the multiplier. 1 times 1 equals to 1. 2 times 1 equals to 2. 3 times 1 equals to 3. And so on. And here you get 9, and here's the answer. Now you go multiplier 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 2 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 6 times 2 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. 7 times 2 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. 8 times 2 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 9 times 2 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. So we're going to have to reclassify all our numbers. You see, we're finding number 5 right here. In the second house, multiplied by 7, that's its true number in that house. Here it's the 5-4 that the true number is. In the sixth house, the true number is, all right, 7, right, 6 and 3 come together right over here. That's a true number in the sixth house. I have to redo that, and In the 5 house, the true number is right here, 4 and 5. In the 3 house, it's 3 and 6. And the reason for that is when you look at this cube here, right, and you take into the account that we have 9 areas, it's 4 with 5, it's 1 with 8, it's 2 with 7, it's 3 and 6, 4 and 5. That's what it is, and it just reflects it over here. So in the 4th house multiplier, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Just give me a second. The answer in the 4th house is 483726159. So if I go 483726159, what we're going to do is I'm going to see if I can do this. Just 1 second. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to have to make a box first. Hold on. I need 3 areas. 1, 2, 3 areas, and 1, 2. I'm going to go 1 more areas, 3 areas. And I go 2 areas, 2 areas, 2 areas. So here is 1 area, 1 area, 2 areas, 3 areas. I'm going to do 4 areas. Okay. I'm going to put that in red so it's easier to see. Is it easier to see in orange, black, yellow? Okay, I'm going to leave it in black. Then what I'm going to do, and it's funny because check this out, right? Check this out. I'm doing like that, right? So when I'm separating it and I'm doing it at pieces, it's going to look like this. As your numbers move around, right? You're moving things around. You're going to move this here and up here, and then you're going to move it here and here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 6 areas to move this. Now what this is, right? Hold on a second. Okay, whoop. Okay, so now I did that wrong. I'm going to explain to you why. Because I need it by too high. All right, it's got to be too high, and it's got to be in by 3, and it's got to be too high, like that. Let me see. Here's an area. It's got to be too high, so I'm taking 2 areas. Because I'm taking 2 areas, I can now move this here. Not these. These 3 are all 1. Here's the edge of the 3 areas. I only can move to the edge. But anyways, okay, I got to go here. And I got to go here. I got to do another one here. And then I'm drawing the one here. So now you see 12. And the reason for the 12 is what I'm going to be doing, okay, is in the first area, I'm going to, whoop, I don't want to put anything first. I want to copy this and so I can show you multiple boards. I'm going to show you multiple boards. I'm just going to copy and then I'm going to paste, right? I'm going to paste one here and then I'm going to paste another one maybe down here. So we can just do a whole bunch of them. Page over here. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, right? In the first board over here, we're going to put in the values. And I think I'm going to use, okay, we're going to put in the values. And the value is 58, 62, 66. Okay, let me change the color and the size. That's beautiful. Now we're going to go 70, 74, 78. You see, in Mars, right, is a gateway that's connected to a gateway that's connected because this one is going to go to 17, and 17, when you create this, creates 15, and 15 is one part of what, through 15, 1 and 5, Mars is 1/4 of Mars, 51, 1/4 of Mars. Okay, so we get this area over here. Jesus is right over here, and it reduces to number 2. But it also, when you advance this number, it advances into 39. 39 is for angel. It becomes 27, right? And 12. 27 and 12 in this area here. And it's connected to red. It's also connected to black because 92, the IT system in the sun, is connected to both red and black. And only number 1 is usually like that. Now we're going to get the last one. We're going to go 82. And then we're going to go 86. And then I'm going to go 90. And what I'm doing in the last one, okay, is I'm going to go 58, 62, 66. So this here is going to tell me what to do and where to move these. So if I want to work in the 2 multiplier, this one over here, I'm going to have to put position 2 in the first position. Right? So I'm going to go 62. Then I'm going to have to go and put 4 in the next position. Okay? And next position, I'm going to put 4. So that'll be 70. In the next position, it's 6. So I put 78. So now let me move this down a little bit. And we're going to go over here. So in the 4th position, okay, in the 4th position, it's 813 over here. And then in the last position over here, we're going to be looking at 579. So we're going to be looking at 579. 5, 7, and this one's usually always going to be 9. So now what happens is when you create the star with this one over here, you want to do it in red, we'll do it in red, right? We're going to do a little bit thinner. Okay, we're going to create the star. We're going to create a star, but, well, they're not. I made these more rectangular. I shouldn't. That's wrong. Hold on a second. I'm going to create the star. There you go. There's a star. Okay. And then I'm going to connect this. Each one of these rows is going to add up to 222. Each one of these rows, that's 666. Now, when I reduce that, 5 and 8 is 13, right? 5 and 8 is 13. We're going to reduce that now. Make sure you got the black in here. 13. Next one, we're going to have 8. And then we're going to have 12. And this one over here, we're going to have 16. Wouldn't you think it would be 16? Right? But we don't. Over here, we have 7. And over here, we have 11. Whoops, sorry. Then over here, we have 15. Over here, we have 10. Then we have 14. Then we have 9. Do you notice 7, 8, and 9 in the heavens that we are born? But once you get after that, everything starts new at 7, right? So what, now when you do this, you come here, you get out your angle, and you cross. And when you add them up, 21, 31, 33, 18, 25, 30. 7, 18, and 15 is 33. 10, 11, and 12 is 33. So you have all 33s. Now, if I was only counting this corner here and this corner here, I would have 22 and 11. If I counted this corner here and this corner here, I'd have 22 and 11. Whoop. Right. Well, I don't know what happened there. Right. So I have 22 and 11. So now if I would do the corner here, that would be 22, 11. Right. And so I can just do 3 of these. Let me see. Oh, I don't want that one. So now I'm going to do a third one. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to go here and here. And that's 22 and 11. So all this that I did are all 22s and 11. So what do you want to add up in here? So if we're going to add something up, right? We're going to add something up, right? We're going to add up 22. And then we're going to go plus 11. Then we're going to go equals the 33. So if we do it once here, 22, and we do it twice, and we do it twice. If we only do it twice, we only make an X or a plus, right? So we do this twice. So we have it twice. Now what we're going to do, so we're going to do it a third time. Whoop. So now we did it a third time. So now underneath here, we end up with this. We end up with 66 plus 33 equals to 99. Let me switch those for something better that we can see. So that's what the answer is over here. Now with this over here, there is no 11 included. If I should include an 11 in that, right? 66 plus 11 equals to 77. Here's a word that goes with 77. Those are words that go with 77. Words that go with 66, right? Words that go with 66. Just giving you 2 basic words. Now, what happens? Where do we use 6 and 7? I can tell you that now when you want to get these numbers, you can get those numbers through 1 and 6 coming together. The opposite side of the cube, 1 and 6. 6 and 1. 1 times 6, 6. 1 plus 6, 7. 7 and 6. When you multiply it, Okay, 7, 6. I had a phone call. Sorry. Equals to 42, right? And then when you add 7 plus 6, it equals to 13. And 13 plus 42 equals to 55. It's your basic freedom 55. We're gonna keep the video short in this right now. I think I'm gonna have to minus some stuff because I lost some stuff on the board here. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to erase that last piece. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, and I'm gonna have to erase that last piece too. Yeah, okay. So now, so you understand. So I do the same thing in all the stars in each one of these. I pass it through here. All my numbers move around. Even when I do the thing on Rotas, Seder, Arpo, right? Where you can see 28, 19, 10 will come in here. You'll have 10, 19, 28, 47. Between these two, 47 a time. Jesus. The beast and Jesus are the same numeric value. They're found with number 29, the IT system in the sun, the energy in the sun and the moon, Jesus Christ. Men or mass? Is it men or mass? Spirit, angel. The M and N play a role. I don't remember. The M plays a role in the moon. The N plays a role in the sun, using up what word can be man and DNA in the word and coming together. The sun and the moon, 54 and 57 equals to 111. The center of 36 numbers totals 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, or 3 by 37, pairing up 16 with 21. 17 with 20 and 18 with 19, each one giving you their own mathematical equations, telling you another story. I think we're going to end the video here. If you have any questions, do not hesitate. I'm going to see if I'm on the Rumble channel, my content, my live streaming. Let me see what's going on. It seems like, okay, I can see myself over here. I'm the only one. Usually I get more views and 0 comments from Rumble. I don't know why. If you can help out the channel, that'd be lovely. I'm not really sure how. Maybe if I gave you my email, we can figure it out that way. We're going to do it this way. If you can help out the channel in any way, that'd be fantastic. And have yourself a great weekend. Hope to be back soon. I hope I got a little bit of something out there. There was something else I wanted to mention. Things that go along with Pluto, maybe. Just to remember, there's offense and defense. I did this the other day. And what this is I wrote down 57, 24, or 32. I don't remember which one it was. 24. And I ended up with these parts inside of here. This one is duplicated here and here and here. When I write this out, reflecting each other. To note that when you say toilette, it's also talking about a star and the summer star, possibly talking about the sun, the manner and the energy, maybe when you go to the washroom. Sesame Street, when you say sesame, right? That can be the word am, meaning soul. I want to see what else there is here. And then there's the 7 and 9 issue. 7 and 9, and this one we're going to connect Mars and the moon. Okay, what happens is when they say set, it's over here. But when they say the word speaking in English, like saying this or that, they're talking about ETTE, can be noted as summer. The 9 position, they have 4 letters, or they removed one from the 7 and the 9 position, they put it on the 1. Also, when you say 17, 18, and 19 in French, mentioning 7, they say it as 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9, which can also be looked at as ABC, meaning that once you say 10, 7, does that mean minus or plus? So I go both ways. 10, 7 is 3, 10, 8 is 2,
10-9 is 1. The moon is telling me about the spirit control, the spindle control. We always remember AI, 2 different worlds, 2 different sides, 2 different connections. June 25th, for some reason. Oh, yes, there was somebody talking about, when they talk about time in the Army, they say Mike. Well, if you want to look at this, it's 1001. Putting the M and the I together is 1001, and this is the key. So M is the 1000. And then what does it mean about the 1? Because when you go to 1 key, is it low key? At the same time, it's 11. The K is the 11th letter. It's 111. Could we be talking about the core, right? The core time of the core that's turning. M and E, matter and energy, the 13 and the 5 ball. One is 13 stripes. One is the 5 solids. Both sides of the board divided by the 8 ball. The 9 birth, right, seems to come from, because it's 1 through 9, so it seems to come, the 9 birth can only be the 9 birth if it's included with the 1 spirit, the 1 and 9 in pull, only coming after the 8, which is after the sun, and it's a black ball. The K is the 11th letter, and this is the 5. You have 115 or 25. You could be talking about Earth. You can also be saying actually key inside of this 25, and then the 25 is the letter Y. If you want to reverse this, okay, it becomes PV. Don't know what that means. I know that P is the half-life, the 16, the 1 and 6. It creates all the other 7 gates. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.